What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Alex here for Impact. We are live and in living color with round number 2 of tonight's Modern FNM. We do have a light night tonight, bars. A lot of our players are in Las Vegas for the RC. So, yeah, that's going to be a blasty blast for them, I'm sure. But tonight we've got 11, but that doesn't matter, right? We're going to have a fun time. Thanks, everybody, though, for hanging out with us, jamming some games with us. Shout out to Jesse13. Different Jesse, I think. I think, at least. Subscribing at that tier 1. That's 6 months now. Thank you so much. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. But yeah, if you are watching this on Twitch, make sure to follow and consider subscribing if you haven't yet. You get access to some really cool emotes, ad-free viewing, and then you also get to watch our VODs as soon as the tournament is over. You don't have to wait for YouTube. But if you are watching this on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell icon and share the video with every single one of your friends. Let them know we're here. There's a slippery Boggle. So Mike's intentions are now known. This thing has hexproof. And Mike is going to try and just make him as strong as possible. That's what he's going to do. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. Make sure to hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering, TCG, and other tabletop gaming needs. If you're looking for singles, we have a ton on our website. And if you're looking for any tabletop games such as D&D, Warhammer, Gunpla, anything like that, check it out. We got a pretty darn good selection as Mike pulls a Urza's Saga to the front of his hand. He will play it. Put a dice on it. There's Sigardi's Aid. And yeah, that's a pretty good one. And back to Jesse. Jesse has a Helga and a Delighted Halfling on the battlefield. Let's see how she wants to navigate this. Both players are 1-0 from the previous round. Not sure what either of them played against, but Jesse taps 3, and there. I can't see what that is. Golf? Is that what I can't? Chat, help me. Help me, Conflagger. You're my only hope. All right. Jesse's going to smash face. Arid Mesa ticks up. Oh, what that card is right there. Golf or something? I don't know. Hey, there's an invisible stalker. Fetch shock. Mike goes to 13. Sorry about that. I'm looking things up on the back end here, and I kind of lost track of where we're at. All right, looks like Jesse's going to tap some mana here. There is Omnath. Put a +1/+1 counter on Helga. Gain some life. Mike needs to find some auras. Delighted Halfling. And there's the hammer. We're going to put it on Invisible Stalker. Oh my goodness. Well, that's pretty good. He's unblockable, and that's 21? Gonna get a hammer. Gonna attach a hammer, I think. Ooh, that feels bad. So Mike says attack for 21. Jesse goes, I can block, correct? We'll add a third. We'll make it 31 for funsies. And Mike's gonna take this one. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. That was pretty brutal. Alrighty. Mike gonna win game 1 here. Kind of out of the blue. Mike didn't really have a lot going on. And then all of a sudden, the game was over. That's kind of how that goes, though, I think, a lot of the time. All right, let's kick it back to the sideboard, folks. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We do appreciate you. Mike takes the W in game number 1. Will Jesse be able to bounce back in game 2? We shall see. But thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Yeah, I mean, Jesse was playing things and doing stuff. Glarb, Calamity, Augur. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Couldn't read it. It was all the frilly little designs around the name made it hard for me to really read. But yeah, let's take a look here. Let's get a lay of the land. Look at the technology as they reset the life pad. All the gamers. All right, let's kick it back down to the battlefield. Remember, Mike is up a game here.
don't want to flip over the case in front of the camera to everybody?
Yeah. There's nothing there.
Oh, that's better for radio.
Or it gets blocked on YouTube.
I've seen some of the shit they put on YouTube. I think that's fine.
That's true. It's technically covered.
Yeah. Maybe we get Alex to do the show in the same outfit.
Oh, yeah, it is.
They look good in it.
Playboy Bunny out.
Uh-huh.
I bet he did. He threw a coffee in a car.
You threw a coffee in the car?
Yeah.
I saw that,
on
yeah.
YouTube. Yeah. They're so good at acting.
The little shorts they put together. They need to do a minute impact calendar.
Oh, yeah, it did. An awesome story, for sure. I'll take the play.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Let's not go down to 5 this time.
I will keep.
I will. My turn. My turn, good.
It's your turn.
I can comfortably go down to 4.
Comfortably go down to 4?
I can comfortably go down to 4.
You're just like, I need invisible stalker, 3 hammers. Good.
No lands.
No lands.
No lands.
No lands. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah. Oh, snap.
All right, it looks like we are ready for game 2 here. Both players have a fetch land in play. Both players going to crack said fetches. Meticulous archive for Mike. What does Jesse have? Hallowed Fountain. All right. Back to Jesse here. All right, now now it's back to Jesse. After Mike decided he wanted to keep the card on top. Savvy Triome, pass back. And there's Sigarda's Aid. Yeah. Better memorize that one, Jesse. That is very important to Mike's game plan. I think Mike said, "How does that resolve?" No, not yet, but Jesse's going to untap the Sigarda's Aid. Has resolved, in fact. There's a, I believe that's a breeding pool. It's a different art than I'm aware of, but I do believe it is. There's a Flage. 3 damage to Mike. Jesse gonna go back up to 20. And Mike's turn. There's an island, and there is an invisible stalker. So this is danger zone. If you are Jesse, you better be aware of what can happen here. This could be some chicanery. It looks like Mike has another Sagardazade, and then I forget the name of the card. Rose Breeding Pool? Oh, EOE Breeding Pool. I gotcha. There's a Grist, the Hunger Tide. Yes. Autocorrect, yeah. Gets you every time. Yeah. And Jesse will counter the hammer. Invisible Stalker going attacking for 1. Down to 17 goes Jesse. And back to Jesse. Jesse gets another insect here. Misty Rainforest. Fetch down to 16.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to escape.
Alrighty. Here is Flage back from the grave. If this is an Omnath deck, it is strikingly an unusual one. I assure you there are Omnaths in the deck configurant. I didn't know what else to call it.
It's something. Security safe programs.
It's not put on there yet.
It's if you want to go to Bogles, it would be. This is I cast it. It's landed. It's in place. Security safe.
It was last night. Exile that.
Oh, okay. Force of Vigor going to take down. Yeah, Mike said, I don't think I can get out of this. I tend to agree there. And Mike's going to scoop him up. And that's going to be it for game number 2. Jesse going to tie things up, but now Mike's going to be on the play with one of the scariest on the play decks in Modern. I know it isn't as favored in Modern as it used to be, but I mean, this deck can still just crush you out of nowhere, as we saw in game 1. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Jesse did a good job that time keeping Mike off of any potential combo. But when they're on the play, it's a whole nother animal. Better have that Force of Vigor at the ready this game, Jesse, because it is going to be all gas, no brakes for Mike, I'm sure. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We appreciate you. Got about 22 viewers right now, and that's awesome. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Make sure to hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell icon. And if you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button if you haven't yet. We try to stream every Friday. It doesn't always happen. Obviously, sometimes like pre-releases, things like that get in the way of people wanting to play Modern. We usually get about 20 to 30 Modern players at our FNMs, though, so it's pretty sweet. Let's kick it back down to the battlefield and get ready for game number 3, the rubber match. Alrighty, here's a Boggle, and that is exactly how Mike wants to start this game. Does Jessie have anything in her hand right now that can interact in a meaningful way? Is that a Rathus, guys? That's pretty good, if assuming she lives that long. Yep, down to 17 with the fetch and the shock. Hate fetching and shocking with against Bogles because they hit so hard. But you got to do what you got to do.
It's good to see kids in this.
And there is a delighted halfling. Another Boggle. Okay. I mean, that's good, right? That's good if you're sitting in Jesse's seat, because that means no Sigarda's aid. That's good. I think that is a positive. See how long it stays a positive with that Urza Saga sitting on the battlefield. That's going to be pretty scary, but we shall see. I have a Stream Deck and just taught it to launch Moto and log in for me off one button. That's so stoked. That's so hype. All right. Tick, tick goes the Urza Saga. Aired Mesa from Mike. There is a Sigardi's Aid in Mike's hand. Let's see what happens this turn. Jesse has a consigned memory just chilling at the top of her hand. Any chats on your all's RCQs for the first part of 2026? No, we don't know. We don't know that yet. All right. Well, she lets the Sigardi's Aid resolve. I guess she has to in that scenario. All right, down to 13 off the Godless Shrine. All right, Jesse's going to reconsider here. Mike says, I'm fine with any rewinds as long as I didn't give you any information.
Let's go get on.
Rat the Sky is going to take down everything. He said Sigarda's Aid trigger. We know what he meant. Get a hammer. All right, yep, a 2/2 artifact construct here. Say go, says Mike. Back to Jesse. That Rat the Skies screech things to a halt here. In game 3, I guess I should mark that. Jesse did get a win. There we go. All right, Nissa things happening now. Wrath the Skies for 1 again. Wait, doesn't it kill the token? Or what does Wrath the Skies do? Wrath of the Skies. X or less. So yeah, the token should be gone. Each artifact, creature, and enchantment with mana value less than. Yeah, so I'll go check that out.
Wrath of Sky still good too, because it's at 0, right?
It's a Wrath is
It's
one and left.
It's X or under, yeah.
Oh, then yeah. He's selfish.
I thought that was how you, but I was like, you probably could have done it for me.
I don't play Rapid Skip.
All right. Yep. Mike just thought it was like, 1. Like it just killed the thing that it was, like a engineered explosive style effect. It's all good. No harm, no foul. Down to 9. There's a Omnath on the battlefield now too. March of Otherworldly Light. All right. Yeah, Mike is in a little bit of a pickle here now.
7.
Down to 2. Yeah, I think Jesse's got this one wrapped up. Yeah, and that's going to be it. Mike's going to extend a hand. There's a handshake, and Jesse's going to take this one down to improve to 2-0 here tonight. Holy jumping. What a matchup. What could have been a blisteringly fast match ended up being a pretty long contest. We will kick it back to the booth, but thanks everybody for hanging out with us. We've got a couple more rounds here at Impact. Don't go anywhere. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, you like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on content like this. If you're watching on Twitch, don't go anywhere. We got 2 more rounds. Anyways, make sure to hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. We got a ton of singles, like a lot, y'all, like a ton. So go check that out. Thank you all so much for joining us. Whether I catch you in the next round or the next video, I've been Alex, and I'll catch y'all on the flippy flop. Adios, everyone.
What is up, everyone? Jake and Kevin back in the booth for round number 3 here at Impact Gaming Center. We got Connor on Mono Red Burn